Hey, YouTube world, and a good happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are wrapping up an awesome weekend. I hope you had a great time to rest and do what needed to be done for the weekend. Guys, don't forget, I can be found all over the web, and I'm expanding my wings over on Instagram, so you might want to go check that out. Today is February the 9th. It is 10:06 in my world, and today I want to talk about reality shows. And I know I've talked about a few of them specifically in the past because I watch reality shows, and I'm just wondering how much reality goes into these so-called reality shows. Well, let me just tell you this. They have more script to them than some of the soap operas you're watching. That's right. Google it. And I'll tell you, they cut, edit, and voice over more than you know. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I'm into the survival shows, and I came across a new one. You might want to check it out. My husband mentioned it to me, and so I had to go check it out, and I tell you what, I love it. It's called Alone, and it's kind of based off of the theory Naked and Afraid, but this show is with clothes on, and just go check it out. Go check it out. But anyone who knows me knows I like shows like Hoarders and My 600-Pound Life, and I look at Dr. Phil, and now Alone, and The Colony, and I like things, that are so-called reality shows. However, there ain't a whole lot of real in these reality shows. Which I found out, which I kind of already knew, but I found out through doing a little bit of research that they kind of, the producers and the camera crew kind of egg on a bunch of crap that you wouldn't normally see as far as the so-called, now I'm not saying the Dr. Phil show, but things like 90 Day Fiance. From what I heard, the producers and the camera crew will, they'll nudge the participants to do off-the-wall things or crazier fights to up their ratings and stuff. And I gotta tell you guys, TLC is out there. TLC is supposed to stand for Tender Loving Care. Well, I think it stands for Tender Crazy Idiots, because they have just gotten off the wall ever since Honey Boo Boo, whatever the hell that was supposed to be. I don't even know. Honey Boo Boo's mom supposedly out there dating a child molester, and they canceled the show. What do I know? Roseanne Barr makes a crazy comment, and they cancel her show, and the next thing you know, there's a token every goddamn thing on there. So, everything's trying to go reality nowadays. And here's what I don't get, okay? Everything's supposed to be real nowadays. If you look at these commercials, they have black and white couples with biracial kids. Roseanne has a little black girl, a little gay boy, or whatever the fuck he's supposed to be, cross-dresser, gay, who knows, whatever the hell he's supposed to be. I don't even know. And it's just, she died of an overdose because apparently opiate overdose is a thing right now. So, we're all trying to be politically correct. What happened to the straight fucking people? Is there no reality left in this world for the straight people? I see Crohn's disease commercials with black and white couples. I see Cheerio commercials with black and white couples, and that's great. Except for there's more to this world than black and white couples and biracial people. Okay? What about the Chinese and the black? What about the Chinese and the Mexican? What about the Muslims? What about the Russians? What about the Asians? What about the fucking Jewish? But no. Oh God, no. Let's keep it real. And, let's just keep it biracial. Anyway, all of these so-called reality shows and reality commercials and all this other real crap has no real in it. There's absolutely just no real. And it's totally amazing to me how everybody's so busy trying to relate, and yet nobody is. And I've spoke on it before about, having different racial, different movies redone because, little black people or little black girls can't relate to Annie because Daddy Warbucks didn't show up for the black girl. Well, I'm sorry. I don't remember Daddy Warbucks showing up to the orphanage for me. So I can't flip and relate either, but, and oh my God, what about my son? How the hell is he ever going to relate? Because they didn't do, little orphan Andy. So, let's just calm our tits on these so-called reality movements and reality TV and things like that. Because let me tell you, there's no real to them. And I know y'all think I'm getting off subject, but I'm really not. Because the thing is reality-based TV is based on the theory that the notion is built off real life. And I just want to tell you, I'm sorry that, Roseanne or whatever the hell Connors they're calling it nowadays, 90% of the families don't have a black kid and a transgender kid and a mother who died of opioid overdose, and we can't relate. Sorry, we can't relate. So, it's just not politically correct, And don't get me wrong, I don't know what Roseanne's comment was on her Twitter flipper, fucker, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever social media she made her comment on. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was racist. I don't know if it was point on. I don't know if it was funny. I don't know if it was stupid. Because you know what? I didn't research it to see what she said because I didn't care enough. If it was racially offensive, guess what? Who cares? Seriously, who cares? So some white lady said some fucking bullshit about some black person, okay, or made a general comment about black people, and ooh, oh my God, I must be a racist because I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? How many times a day do black people say shit about white people? I don't see anybody crying over that and canceling shows and renaming them and killing off fucking actors and actresses and all that shit. I just, I don't care. Don't care. Because, again, and then they just totally fucked the show. Because, I'm sorry, that they took Roseanne, which was a perfectly good show, and put tokens in it. I'm sorry. You got your token black kid and you got your token transgender kid and your token mama died, and it's just a show full of tokens. Sorry. There's no reality to it. And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a reality-based show out of Illinois, and blah, blah, yada, yada, bullshit. And they tried to go politically correct with it, and it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. But you know what? Let me do some shit like that to The Cosby Show, where I kill off Bill and put a white man in there, and then, let me insert the token white kid and then the token transgender kid, and oh my God, how fucking dare I, with my lily white ass, go and fuck with a black show. The world would fucking stop. But anyways, I must be a racist. Oh my God. I don't remember anybody hollering racist when we were looking at shows like The Jeffersons or All in the Family. I don't remember anybody hollering racist about those shows, but, all these shows are supposed to be reality based, and then, you come even further in where we have nowadays what's called reality shows, and they all derive from these reality-based TV series, and so it's like, none of this shit's got an ounce of reality in it, people. And I tell you what, I can't relate to any of it, and these so-called shows that are supposed to be helping people, like Dr. Phil, I just want to know, how many fucking therapists are you going to that put your business out there for the entire world to see and then go, you're just a teaching tool? What the fuck? I mean, God knows I don't want a personal relationship with my therapist, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like my therapist is using me. I don't want to feel like the only reason my therapist is even giving me the time of day is because you're using me to further your own damn career. And that's all Dr. Phil is about, because you're a teaching tool for him, which means if he can't use you, he can't benefit off of you, he can't get a productive show out of you, then you and your story won't be chosen. He's not going to help you, but he'll sit there and act like he gives a fuck about every damn guest that comes across his stage. And we spend thousands of dollars helping these people. No, Phil. You spend thousands of dollars creating and building your career. And you use these people as literally as steps in your ladder to help yourself. And it has nothing to do with these people. But yet, all these people who are so brainwashed by the public school system and they don't know any better, again, no reality in that either. And y'all have heard me talk about the public school system as well as any other thing. And there's no reality base in the public schools either. I mean, there's nothing there. And nowadays, we're not even teaching our children the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem because there is no allegiance. There's absolutely no allegiance to America anymore because, fuck Trump and fuck the president, and go to another country and say, fuck your queen, or, fuck your king or your president or your royal people. See how far you get. But, in the great state of America where our soldiers are dying to give you the right to be jackasses, there's some reality for you to carry out your day with, We've got our children, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers out there on the front line dying to defend our country, so your stupid ass can take a knee or burn a flag or yell fuck Trump. You couldn't do a better job if you tried with your undereducated ass, but okay, you know. Anyway, you know, it's just, if you're looking at a so-called reality show, thinking that there's some reality to that, I just want you to know there's not, because, and there's a lot of people who will be fooled into thinking that they are, but there aren't. And there's, Phil is full of shit. Like I've done a whole video on that. And so let me tell you, as far as his reality show goes, there's no reality there. Not an ounce, because I've said this in other videos that he doesn't even hold a license to practice anything. He is a self-glorified talk show host. And he sits there and boasts about how he is the #1 daytime talk show host. Yeah, exactly. He's the #1 daytime talk show host. He is not a doctor, people. He plays one on TV. But he is not a doctor. I mean, seriously, do your homework before you take this man's advice, because if you're taking his advice, you could be in trouble. Now, as far as the rest of these so-called reality shows, like I started off telling you in the beginning, I've started watching this show called Alone, and I actually have it on my TV now. It is so much more the version of Naked and Afraid that I would personally do if I was going to be stupid enough to go out and try to do one of these challenges, which I'm not, because, yeah, I wouldn't be in that position unless I absolutely had to be. So let's just say I've got better sense than that. But these shows you can actually learn from, and I've learned a lot from them. So if I ever found myself in a survival situation, I've learned a lot of, you know, things over the years, watching things like The Colony and Naked and Afraid and Doomsday Preppers and things like that. Things that I would take forward with me if I was in such a situation. I've learned things like that. And, you know, there's somewhat reality to some of these shows. But just keep in mind that there is a lot of cut and edit and, you know, things like that. So there's not necessarily as much real in your reality shows. And I just, you know, there's somebody out there that needs to know that, because they're putting way too much faith into these shows. And they're thinking that I could go out there and do that because this is how they did it. Not necessarily. And I also want you to know that the show Catfish that my daughter got me watching a couple of times, I have not actually really watched it since she left, but it was interesting while she was here. And I just want to say, if you have somebody online, it's one thing to have friends online, but if you have a mate or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or someone you're calling husband or wife, and you've never met them in person, that is really a big red flag. And let me tell you, in today's technology, if you haven't at least FaceTimed them or seen a video of them, then there's something going on there. And please, 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 please don't send these people any of your money. Me personally, you will never catch me on this channel asking you for any money for anything. Now, I won't say that I don't sell things. I do sell things. I have different places on the webs where, like, I open up the video saying, you know, my Crafting with Six. I do sell some of my products that I hand make. However, on this channel here, You won't catch me asking you for any money, any donations, any of that. Now, if you've got someone online who claims to be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, claims they love you, and, oh, we can be together, I just need some money. Just saying. What were they doing? How were they surviving before you came along? And how wonderful, how much of a miracle is it that they managed to find means of communicating with you in a whole nother country, and they need you and your resources because right there in their own country, right there in their own world, they can't find resources. But yet, they made it this far in life before they met you and before they needed your money. So that's just something to think about. It's just a little reality check there, you know. So I'm going to wrap this one up before it gets too long with, you can find me all over the web, guys, and you know this. And like I said, feel free to go check me out on Instagram because I have started to expand over there just a little, not a whole lot, but just a little. And so you might want to check that out. Also, go check out my Crafting with Six on Facebook as well as here on YouTube. It's my other channel. So feel free to check it out because I'm always doing things that are either crafty or off the wall. I have no filter, so at any given time, it could go either way. Guys, I hope you're having a great weekend, getting ready for to start a great new week. Have a great day, guys.